AEW is promising blood and guts times 2 tonight. What can they do with their version of War Games just a couple of weeks before WWE heads into their cages? Let's get ready for what should be a wild night in AEW. AEW is bringing blood and guts twice to television this evening as their version of War Games hits the screens a couple of weeks before WWE does theirs. I do like doing this for AEW first, going with their version of it ahead of the WWE, kind of set that standard and like, hey, match this, instead of looking like they're just a repeat afterward. I like kind of setting that bar right away and doing it on free television instead of an app in the States on ESPN. So I'm interested to see, when you have now 2 matches like this, how do they separate themselves? What happens in the women's match that doesn't in the men's, and vice versa. So there's obviously some aspects that you have to keep the same, but some that I think you have to show some variety with as well. So I'm happy the women are getting this opportunity, and I think it's going to be a pretty creative match on both sides. On the men's, I think there's a lot more story going with this one. I think there's a lot of people anticipating that this ends up being the kind of killing off of the Jon Moxley character for a little bit, as their decline post All Out, All In, all of those continues. I still think having Marina as the leader of this group makes all the sense in the world. So I could see that side, that the Death Riders losing on the men's side, and you get Jon Moxley being forced out of the group and kind of continuing the story of him falling off over the last couple of months. The other part of this, I wonder how different this match will be from that big cage match the Death Riders had with Team AEW a couple of months ago. Obviously, there's 2 rings involved this time, but like that was the one where Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd go through all the tables and everything like that. Like what kind of a different match do we have there? Because that's something I've said. We're getting into way too many hardcore matches in AEW, and I know for a lot of people that happened a long time ago, and for some people the limit will never be reached. But you need to do something to differentiate yourself. And now there's a couple of these. It can't just look the same as the other one did. So I'm fascinated to see how they structure this all. And I think the story coming out of the men's one is going to be quite interesting compared to the women's side of it. Also, on this show, we're getting Hangman Page against Powerhouse Hobbs in a no-holds-barred match, or false count anywhere, something along those lines. Sorry, I forgot to look that up. But I like Hobbs a lot, and I think this is a great spot. Like, this is a show that is going to have quite a bit of eyeballs on it, given it's one of the bigger ones that they do for free television. And I think that Hobbs deserves this kind of a spotlight, and I think this is a really good opportunity for him to showcase what he can do against the guy who right now is the standard bearer in All Elite Wrestling. So I think a very, very good opportunity here for Hobbs to show what he can do in the main event spot against a champion, while also providing a bit of that safety net where if the match sucks, you still have 2 wild and crazy matches going on. So I think this is a pretty smart bit of booking to put this match here on what should be a pretty wild card for AEW. As far as everything else in AEW, haven't had a chance to talk about it. I will join the chorus of thousands in saying that the national championship is a stupid idea, and introducing another title for AEW, and this one's going to be the one defended around the world. Well, that was the what was it? The Pan American Championship or whatever that was supposed to be. Remember, we had clips of Pac defending it, this, that, and the other spot. I thought that's what that one was supposed to do. And now you have the unified title, which sounds a whole lot like the undisputed title, but it's not, because it's just the unified title. And now you have the national title. It's dumb. I hate it. 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 So stop it. I hope that I hope that we get a bit of clarification on some stuff, but I greatly dislike what AEW is doing with their championship picture at the moment. And I know I'm not alone in that. I know that there's a lot of people who are quite frustrated with that with AEW at this particular moment.